And ciao nice people! Welcome on this new stream of RPG Maker games, or developing of RPG Maker games. We got our fairest share yesterday of RPG Maker games, but now we are gonna start making a new one. Oh, hello Returnophilia, nice to see you there! Just in time because you are clicking the new project button. We put it in the main project folder here, and I already have a name for this. I'm not sure if it will be final, but I love to call it Dodge at Now. That's the code name, maybe it will be the final name, I don't know. And how it's going? I forgot, did you decide at the end to start the development of your game for the game jam? Because here we have the RPG Maker Game Jam that just started. Okay, the team was public a lot of some weeks ago, but the development should start only now, and I already have an idea. At the start I didn't really want to participate, but with time the idea grew stronger and stronger, and now I feel like doing it. I hope it's not too much of a hassle to program, because the core of the game is the gameplay itself. I still don't have any idea for the story, but I can walk around it after I do the gameplay. That's the least important part. Can't wait with the idea. Oh yeah. Yesterday they answered me that gambling is okay. Okay, well, I'm surprised, but maybe I don't know the criteria they use for the gambling, but that's better like this. Okay, I already made some order in my collection of free tie sets, and so which one could fit here, but I didn't really prepare anything. And my idea didn't start like this, but we can do with a different sort of map outside here. Okay, so we should have some sort of grid. I don't know the exact measures, but for now let's do 5 times 8, like this. We could do darker grass here. I think this is fun. We could do like this, okay. For now it's 5 times 8. Seems small, but I think that should be enough for now. We'll see if we can have a different measure. So, it should be a battle, but it's not a normal battle. It's a battle beyond expectation. No, that's not it. That's not how I use the team. Want to be able to start the jam until Saturday. Well, I need to prepare my presentation for my university thesis in less than a month. So I'll also have some distractions from it, for sure. Well, hopefully I can prepare the gameplay right away, so I can focus on all the required minigames. So, very briefly, my idea is a game about dodging. Dodging in a very unconventional way. Like, you can dodge everything by moving on the grid, doing something that's probably not conventional. I won't explain further for now. For now we are gonna prepare the arena, because this is not just for decoration, you move around the arena. So, I want to set it up like this. It's your turn, you can move up to 3 squares, let's say. Then you choose a move, and then it's the opponent's turn. Which, on its own, has a... Yeah, how do I program the enemy to do the best moves? Okay, yeah, that doesn't sound the easiest, but still manageable maybe. So first of all, let's prepare the game loop. Player turn, opponent turn. Opponent turn. How do I set up it? Do I make the choice move attack? I could just make... I could make it more intuitive. Instead of... Yeah, instead of having the choice to move, you can just move. And then if you press a button or you end up you do every step, it opens up the attack menu. So we need to the player move 3 steps. Okay, so first of all we should set up everything at the start of the turn. So we have a lot of variables here to use. Well, how many actually? Nah, I don't want to exceed. So usually I save the first 10 variables for everything important. Like we have the player X, player Y, player direction, region ID, map ID maybe, and everything else. I should start doing more order maybe. Game stats. So steps left here. Okay, this is the stat we are needing here. Steps left. And we set it by 3. Those are the steps the player can do before action. I like to start from second page. Yeah, I recently tried to leave more space, but it's never enough. So that's unfortunate. Okay, so we have a problem already. We could make it auto-run, but that means we can't leave a wait in the middle. So we should do on different pages. We should have different pages, or maybe completing an action will call a common event, which maybe is the wisest choice. Okay, I think that's the best choice actually. So, of everything in common event except the start. Ah, wait, okay, wait. Time to do common events. I love to have the first common event to have get player data. Where it's not like we are data mining the computer, no, we are saving the basic variables, the X, Y, and all of that. Ah, wait, it's here. Well, we are not getting all of them. Just the first 2 for now. The most important one. Okay, here. And we can go from the number 10 maybe. Player turn. We could make start off player turn. Because later we have player action after he moves. Okay, so the start of player turn, we already have it here. We have to set up the steps. And that's it actually. So we just call the event to start a player turn. And it disappears. That's the only thing it does. Maybe I should set up other variables. Like stuff values here. Which we can do later. So the player moves. And then the player is free to move. Since this needs to be stopped before the player being allowed to move, this one needs to don't do anything. It still needs to count the player steps, so we can activate a switch to start counting. We need a lot of switches here. Okay. Player turn movement. Because later we will discover that the player can move even outside of his turn. In specific moments. So. We should then move player action down. And here we have turn movement here. Which will be a parallel process. Which will only be active when the player... when the switch is on. Also, we should probably... call the common event to get the player data. So the variable X and Y gets defined. So now, in the player turn movement, we have a parallel process that every frame checks if the coordinates are the same. We could make it run every 3 frames, just to avoid the extra load. Honestly, I don't think it changes anything. We can make 2, sure. 1 every 2 frames. And we need to check if the player coordinates stay the same. We need to check if the player did a step. How do we count a step if the player didn't do a step, right? We could do it in a different way, but I would prefer to keep the base movement. So we can do it like this. Is there a way to get the coordinates? No, we just need to compare 2 other variables. Okay. So now we need to also define the way to compare those values. So now we need x2, y2. First we set it as the other value. Only later we check every frame, every 2 frames if those match. If those match, that means the player is not moving. If even one of them don't match, that means the player moved. So, for now, let's see. Are they equal? And the same with the x and y. The previous x is the same of the previous, the current x. If not, well, that means the player moved. So, if the value is not the same, that means the player moved and we need to update the values. First, the steps left decrease by 1. And then we update the previous x. We don't want this to run indefinitely after the player moves. It needs to run only once. That means we need to update the value of the previous x equal to the value of the current x. Now the same with y. They can run one after another, since you can't really do both of them on one step. And there's no diagonal movement. Okay. Okay. And as an extra thing, we need to check if the steps are over. So, if steps left is, let's say, 0 or less, just in case, that means the turn to move is over and we call... Wait. No, I shouldn't call a common event because parallel processes suck. Because if I call a common event through a parallel process, if I deactivate the switch, it will not run anymore. This is annoying. I can use a switch, but I wish there were other ways. I don't think there are many, so we will use a switch for that. We need to use a switch for each phase then. Ooh, that doesn't sound fun. So instead of calling an event, we use switches. We should use switches for each phase at this point. So, player turn. Oh wait, we already have one, right? The player turn movement. We move it here. Player action, and then we'll see, okay? So now, after you move, you have the player action. In the player action, you deactivate the player turn movement. To avoid it repeating, I can even do it here. Just in case, twice. Okay, so this is also a parallel that gets run when you have player turn, which we will activate later. Okay. And now the player action. For now, we will just have attack, skill, none. Or undefined. Perfect. You can't avoid choosing. And after that, it's the enemy turn. For now, we see if it works. First try, yeah, pretty daring. I know. First time it takes some time. Okay, here. I should really do the thing to skip the title. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, something is not counting. We have some problems to deal with. So, first of all, I may want to get something to skip the title screen, because it really helps a lot. Let's see. This one, okay. Because it gets tiring after not even a lot. Here. Skip fix. And second thing, something is not working. Something is wrong and it's not with my world map. Also, we should remove the followers. Or just kill them straight away. Lollo style. Michelle, you're dead. Casey, you're dead. Elliot, you're dead. Okay. I hate that screen too when debugging. Yeah, it's so annoying every time. Oh, much better. Though, why doesn't this do the thing? So let's see. Player turn. Let's say here. You can move. Ah, okay, he reactivated the old switch. Okay, here. That was the problem. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. Why it's still not working? Steps left 3 is not decreasing. Ah, okay, maybe I get it. I forgot to set. No, wait. Yeah. I forget to update the value of the coordinates. The X of the player is not being monitored. That means every ferryman needs to get player data. And now we are talking. 1, 2, 3. Still not working. 0 steps left. But did I do the condition right? Okay, here this one doesn't start. The player action doesn't start. Okay, here. Now maybe it's right. 1, 2, 3. Yes, okay. I may want to wait for the player to end the action, to make the move, end the step. So we will set the player in an infinite loop. So he cannot move. I don't think it's even necessary. And we wait 40 frames. So we just wait the player moving. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's try again. 1, 2, 3. Even if I hold the button, I cannot overshoot it. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, there is one problem with this. Before continuing further, I can just do this. 1, 2, 3. What's stopping me from going outside the map? Well, I don't think it's a problem. I can just place a wall or anything, a tile that blocks the way. So that's not even a problem. Okay, so we have the action. Should we program the action already? So, what will the action be? It will have a range, like Final Fantasy Tactics or other games. I would say Pinnacle, but it's more like a fancy range. Like, again, Final Fantasy Tactics Advance has a magic that you can cast away in a shape of a cross, or even a diamond, or a straight line. I want the moves to have peculiar shapes. And this is where we are going to use the tags, which I discovered and started loving just a few weeks ago. For example, while doing Invalidate, and there's a minigame of fishing to get fishes, I discovered that you can set the tags on the items. Like here. The tuna and shark, I can define here all the stats they have. I can do a similar thing here. Instead of having a database to store every value of those attacks. I can just have them as actual attacks. I don't need any of them actually, so we can delete them. They are not even used, I can just use them for database. This will be way more practical. Okay. So we can have attack 1. We have the basic attack, sure. Attack 2. This will be the hardest part. I can even ignore them, but actually I want the positioning to matter more than the actual dodging mechanic, avoiding mechanic. So, first of all, I should define some sort of range. How further from the player you can aim? I would say 2. The basic attack has range 1. If it targets the user, it should be 0, right? Okay. Then we need to define the shape. The shape, well, it's a basic attack, so we can define it as a 1 or point. Should be point. Okay. Can I use a word here? I don't remember. Can I use a word? I forgot. I need to try. Probably it's considered a string. While this attack we can make it as a slash attack that targets a line. For example, if I slash the enemy... This is not even the main focus of the game, but I want to give it some importance. For example, I can use a slash attack range here or here. And it hits like this. Ha! Perpendicular. So the range should be like this, if it's 2. And depending on where it is, yeah, here, I will give priority to vertical slash. So if I aim here, it should be like this, the slash. So, range 2, shape line, length 2. Or should be... how do I find the length? I suppose it should... Yeah, for now 3 tiles. As we saw. 1, 2, 3. Also, I should remember to not leave spaces here because they don't work. How do you use the notes? It's a trick I discovered like very recently. I can place notes here and I can reference them by using some code. For example, here, let's see how it was. Oh wait, it was probably here. Okay, you get where you get the item first. Oh yeah, I should actually place the skills under items because I need the player to select them. And then I get the meta tag of each of them. I will try to use them now. So first we should move our skills to items. I don't think I can even do it. Yeah, I can't. Well, not a problem. We don't need all of those. Okay. So, basic attack and skill 1 for now. Skill 1 will have this and the basic attack those. Okay. Also, I should define them as a hidden item, so I can select them in a specific sub-menu. I'm not sure if I want to let them selectable like this, but for now, let's do something like this. So, select item and you select the hidden item A. And we save whatever we used on a game start. Skill used. Okay. And for now we only show it. Yeah, we need also to give the player the item, the skills. Basic attack is kinda required. Okay. Oh, hi Leifeyan, database stuff. Well, not your standard database stuff, it's database with tags. So here, for example, we have skills that for now have basic names. Also, why the hell can I open the menu? I should disable the menu altogether. So here I select one and the game tells me the ID. For now I cannot do much because I only have the ID. Also, since I'm here, where is? Here I don't need the menu, thanks. Now we can get fancy with tags. Well, not yet though. Oh, I got a mosquito here. Aha, got them. Okay. So for now we can get the value with the tag, with the function meta. For example, I can use that items and the rest. Boom! Yes, I know. It's mind-blowing. Well, that's what the explosions made me think. But yeah, after discovering the meta, it's incredible. Also, it doesn't work with items. It can also work with events, which is also pretty cool. I did it with Respawn Banter, for example. So how was it? Data items. And meta. Okay, sounds easy. So here, based on the item, we get... how was it? Data items, okay. And we get the ID of the item, which was stored in the variable 23, right? Yeah, 23. So, skill used is this. And now from this we can get all the information we want. So, what was it? Range is equal to skill used dot meta, and we include the tag. It's like this, right? Yeah, okay. And we don't need this. We don't need this anymore. Okay. So the metas we have are range, shape, length. For now, let's use a range, only range. Okay. And now we can output range. For now, that's all we do. And the range is 1. Perfect. Let's see with the skill. 3. And the range is 2. Okay, we have it. Perfect. It's working, at least. Now what do we want to do with range? Yeah, we want to use a cursor, right? To select the skill. Yeah. So, how do we do it? I suppose I should change the tiles. I want to change the tiles code. No, I should use an event for it. An event I can duplicate. That doesn't sound as straightforward. I want to highlight the tiles I'm targeting. I have an idea though. I can do something like I did with, well, a lot of games. Oh, thanks for the lurk, I appreciate it. I should really put the lurk comment though. Thanks for reminding me. Okay, so I want to change the tiles. Luckily I can just change a higher tile, so then I don't need to remember what's below. For example, if I want to target this one, I can change those tiles in-game. I will probably find a more fitting one and use it. Like this, and I can move them around. Well, I need two sorts of highlighting. First is the area I can hit. Like, for example, this area. Something more subtle. Not really subtle, I know. And the target I can hit will be highlighted in a different way, like this. Or this. Okay, so I need to color on those two layers. This shouldn't be that problematic, since I already did it on something is wrong with my world map. I never stop saying it, but the best way to improve as a game developer is to do a lot of games, because you think, oh yeah, I already did this on my other game, and so you already have experience on doing everything, even if you don't remember how you did it. Okay, here, let's open the game, even if it's probably in the code. Probably small edits. Okay, here. So we have something that changes the tile, if I remember correctly. Yes, here. Wait, no, that was really it, but still works, right? Here, I changed the data value of some steps, some portions. 2 should be the layer. Do I do the same here? Check passage. Well, this is what I was looking for. Let's see if there's another one. Okay, yeah, here. The layer can be 2 or 3. Or even lower. 0, 1, 2, 3. And the data is defined. Where is defined data? I don't like it's called twice. How do I define data? That's kinda weird. Ah, it's not even a variable? Oh, weird that I don't define the variable. Ah, okay, it's a function here. Okay, I think I can do it in another way. I did a similar way, even with Artesio. Yeah, I'm overwriting the tile set all over the place. Make more games, I feel called out. Don't worry, there are people that made even less games. I'm looking at you, Master Danix, I'm looking at you. And calling him out. So here, in Artesio, here, that's how you override a tile. Game data map dot data, and you get all the basic formula. Layer times the height of the map, the actual Y, the actual X, and all of that. Okay. So now we need an extra place moment of the turn, which is select range, which is called by another parallel. Yeah, parallel process we can do. Range, okay, here. And now, the first time it's called, we color all the available range of the skill. Actually, I think it would be better to use an event to select the range, because I can have an animation. I could use the animated auto tiles, right? So maybe it's the same. For now, let's not animate anything here, just if I have spare time later. So, the base is layer 2, the height, we don't know the Y. We put a question mark here, and we don't know the X, we put another question mark here, and we set the ID of the tile. We don't even know the ID of the tile, we put a random one. For now we use tile Y tile X. Oh, did I change face? Tile X, tile Y. For now we use default values just to see what happens. Select, and we activated the turn. Let's see what happens. Okay, I think this can wait, this one. Yeah, I don't want to try every one of those, okay? Even if I really want to use those. Sure, let's do something. So, just to have better looking stuff, we can do something like this. Alert, and we show. How do I do it? Here we show the idea of this thing. Should be 3 and 3, right? No, 2 and 5. 2 and 5, 2 and 6. Okay, just to know, well, one more than the other, right? Okay, just so we know their idea. Wait, I don't think I can move up until there. Ah, so close. So close. Let's not start the thing for now. So this one is 1582, 1583. Okay, the numbers are simple. Well, I don't remember then. Let's see. Something like this, right? Okay. Tile ID. Range tile ID. Okay. Now we have the value of the tile. Should be the 83, right? Okay. Let's see. Okay, it is the right tile. That's all we know. How do we color the range though? Good question. So, well, first we need to still know the range, because it's here but it's never used. You know what? We could have the range still in the player action stuff, because the player is not moving. We don't need to make another section, right? So here instead we make a loop that repeats indefinitely and waits 1 frame every time or it crashes. Okay. We don't need this actually. Okay. We don't even need this. Okay, so we should put everything in the same script, so we won't lose variables. And now, the tile X and tile Y is not right. We need to color all the tiles in range. And what is the range? Well, it's not it's the base range. That means if the range is 2, it's the tile on the right of the player and 1 extra tile on the right of the player. So every tile that it's at least a maximum of distance 2 from the player. So we just scroll through all the tiles and we check if it's in range. We already have this one, right? No, wait, data map is the height of... well, we can just have like... how many tiles? 12, 12. We can even go... yeah, let's go 12, 12. I don't think we can... no, we can change the value later, though. There was a way to get the map length. I'm overthinking maybe. We can go 15, 11. Map length is 15. Map height is 11. Okay. Got to go. Okay, thanks Helium for coming by. I have dinner and some studying ahead. Oh, I should really go forward with the thesis even. But here the game jam. It has some relevance. It's the first day. I'm kinda hyped. So I'm dining and making the thesis later. I swear. I swear. Okay, here those tiles are not really needed here. At least I should initialize them. At least they have a meaning. And now I need to loop through every single tile of the map. So with a 4. And we can go with the tile Y. We can go even with a simple Y. We start from 1, right? Okay. Y is less than the map. Wait. It was 8. And the Y increases every loop. This is the loop for the Y. We need another loop for the X. X minus the map length. X plus plus. And now every single tile we check if they are close to the player. How do we do that? Good question. So we should save the values of the player. They should be already saved, but we should save them again. Or yeah, we could do through code, but honestly I don't want to remember how it's written. Let's do it like this. Player X is the value number 2. Player Y is the value after. Okay, now we need to check if the player or every single tile is in range of 2 from the player, or in range from the player. We need to check if player distance is less or equal to range. How do we define player distance? Should be the absolute value of the sum of the difference of the two tiles, right? Yeah, okay, so math absolute of player X minus X plus the absolute of the other one, player Y minus Y. So if it's less than the range, it's a valid tile. So Y, X, and let's see if it works. I really hope it does, actually. First time it never works. Oh! I'm surprised it works. I'm very surprised that it works. Yeah, oh, wow, 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 wow. Okay, it stays on the map. I should remove it later, but that's a step we need to do later. This is the problem, you see, that it colors outside of the arena, which is not practical. Also, we should make those transparent, but it's easily doable in the tile set. So, how do we avoid it to go outside the map? Well, I think it's simpler. We define the first coordinates and the length of the arena. So 4-3. 4-3 is the start. So starts in 4, and I think I should use other variables. Those are not even used. Arena start X, arena start Y. So we can change them later. Is equal to, was it 3, right? And 4. Or the opposite. The opposite. Nice. Okay, so starts with the value defined here. And instead of the map height, we can replace those with arena length, arena height, which is length is 8, height is 5. And instead of using map height, we use arena start x plus arena length. So it's the final tile. And same with arena height. Arena start y plus arena height. So it will never color a tile outside of the range. Let's see. Yay! It's working! It's working! Okay, now last step. Okay, we color the possible range. We need now to let the player select what it's hitting, right? So this should go before the loop. Actually, I think it's fine if I keep the loop inside. No, I think I should refresh every tile, every frame, or every once in a while. So now we should also color the selection. This is the hardest part. So we need to... Let's highlight the issue. Now we should let the player move a cursor or something to highlight the target they wanna hit. So I think it should start by default in front of the character, and later they can move it. So we need some coordinates. Okay. So another variable. I think variables are fine. Para. Oh, instead of variable, we should get a command, a input. For example, every frame we check if the player pressed a button or is facing a direction. No, yeah, pressing a button. Upright. We can start from down. Okay. So same for every button. And we set it with direction pressed. Down is 2. And same with the others. If it's left, it's 4. Right is 6. And up is 8. Okay. So yeah, the problem is I need to define the default of this. So I would say the default would be the player plus the direction. So I luckily already have some sort of plugin for that. Let's see. Well, we can copy the entire plugin. What's the game folder? I forgot. Okay, here. Well, that's a bigger plugin than needed. So we can cut some parts. Okay. Is this working? I think this works. Okay. The rest is not needed. Die. Okay. What I forgot? Yeah, something. Definitely something. Here. No? What do you mean? Come on. I swear. Ah, okay, I don't even need the first part, sure. Die as well, okay. We just need this. It's simple. I get the next coordinate of the player. Based on the direction, it's super simple. So. And return get the coordinates, the resulting coordinates. So, before the loop, I get the first coordinate. Let's see. I should do something like this. Next tile, or I should do the targeted tile. And just to be sure, we show it. That's it. I did forget to activate the plugin. What is this? Switch for deactivating Windows. We don't need this. No thanks. Wait, we might actually need this later. Even if it doesn't work. We need to revert some part of the plugin we deleted. For now it's fine. 2. And it's 8-3. We should be here, right? 8-3, perfect. We get the starting coordinate of the attack. I should get though... No, it's fine. So now the attack starts on those tiles. Now, based on the player button press, we need to check if that button is in the range. And the only way we know is here. So, we should do if... Well, first we need to increase the value. I didn't save the... how it's called? I don't know. Targeted tile. We need to check if the targeted tile is exactly where the player wants it to be. Which should be inside the range. So we increase the targeted tile value based on the player button press. Can we do it here? Yeah. Yeah, this function does exactly that. Awesome. So, next targeted tile is... we get the next tile coordinates and we get the XY, right? Yeah. So, X, Y, and direction. The direction is saved on the game variable 24. Also, we need to actually say value 1 and 0. Okay, so next targeted tile saves the tile. The player pressed the button to move it. The player pressed right, so I need to check if right is a valid target. So only if we check every tile only if it's on the range. So after changing the color every frame, kinda suboptimal, but we also check if if the X and Y match. Can I do it like this? And next targeted tile, if it's equal to a custom matrix of X and Y. I think it should work. So every single tile, of every single valid tile, we check if it's the tile the player wants to target. If it is, we say, oh, so it's it's a valid target. Kinda a mouthful of a variable, but here. And by default, it's false. So, if at the end it's a valid target, we update the targeted tile. And we start to color it. We should do it here, or yeah, let's do it here. So first we color the actual tile here. And instead of, we need another thing to color the ground with. We need the target tile ID. Okay, should work. For now it only colors the target, but we'll see if it works. Later we can add the other thing. It doesn't color anything. Wait, why did the loop stop? It should never stop. The player is stopping a loop. It cannot move. What's happening here? I'm confused. I'm confused. This thing should not stop. Oh. Also, it's not coloring the first tile. Something is wrong and it's not with my world map. Let's see. And let's see if it says that's the end. Maybe it can just interrupt. I don't know. Is it still on? Yes. But it just colored it one time and then it stopped. Oh wait, it should be an auto run. So the player is not able to move. Also should repeat anyways. Okay. That's a thing. So now it starts repeating in loop. Well, it already did, but we didn't realize it. So it's not coloring anything here. Let's just ask if they find the thing. No. Pa, 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 pum, pa. So this thing is not working. We should console log it. So we console log the player. No, wait. Yeah, no. Next target tile. And see what's wrong. Not with my world map. Okay, we finally use console log. Let's see. Should remove all of those. 8-3. Yeah, should be the next tile in front of me. Why does it not match with X and Y? But first I should remove the... Wait. I have an alert here, right? Ah, where was the alert? I forgot. Here. We don't need this. So we can also console log X and Y and see what's wrong. See if they match. Here they are matching, definitely. Right? I don't get it, they are the same. Let's try it better. So. Let's try it better. So. Targeted tile. We also have a space in between. And also an extra value to say if they match. Is it the right condition? Yes. Maybe it should be a triple equal, I don't know. Yeah, I want to see everything else though. False for everything. Not even a true. It's only showing one thing. A3, there is one that says A3, right? Here, this one, but they never say it's true. Maybe the sort of value is different. Okay, we can do it the boring way. I don't know why I didn't do it first time, maybe because it's the boring way. So if the first value is equal to x and the second one is equal to y, then should be right. I'm pretty sure now it works. I just wanted to go the hard way. Oh, I also forgot something. Let's see. I forgot a double equal sign here. Okay. Found. It works. Now? Now, though, you should... Oh, no. Doesn't close. Okay. Here. I'll do it the hard way anyways. Okay. Oh, no. Don't break my computer. Okay. Oh, oof. We are saved. Shut up, RPG Maker. Okay. Now, stop doing the thing. And now let's see if it works. Okay. I can move the target only once, though. The target shows, but if I press left, it disappears. Down, up, right. Yeah, something is definitely wrong. Oh yeah, because the value doesn't reset. I should reset it after. Okay. This is probably the reason. Oh wait, I should also check if the value is 0, right? Yeah. If value 28 different from 0, it means the player pressed a button to input a direction. Only now it should play. Also, it's 24. Okay. Let's see now. Should be at least better, right? Arguably. Next targeted tile. Not a find. What did they change? Ah, okay. If it's 0, the value doesn't hold. So by default, it should be the previous value. Again, let's see. Down. Oh, it's working. Ah, wait. Why does it jump? That's not how I want it, definitely. The value does not update. Oh, wait. What's wrong with it? Maybe there needs to be a cooldown. Yeah, I think if I keep the button, I should not be pressed, but being triggered. So it only counts every time I press it. Every time I move the key down. Not every time I keep it pressed. Let's see again. There's a weird delay though. If I press it twice, why there's a long delay? There's one frame wait, but it's needed. Ah, wait. Does this repeat every time? No, right? I think it doesn't repeat every time. No, wait, I know it doesn't. If I remove the weight, it will get stuck, right? Because there's an infinite loop. Yeah, it does. No, don't try to save yourself, RPG Maker. You can't. Weird. Because there's a weird lag in it. It doesn't make sense. If I press a longer wait, I don't think it will. It can get worse, right? Well, it actually can, because I need to wait for the perfect frame input. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't work. So one frame is the right answer here. I cannot make one other button. Still weird. It doesn't refresh. Maybe the tile map does refresh, but this doesn't. Asking to refresh every frame is maybe a little too much. But for now we can work with this. Definitely. I don't like that it's not responsive. It counts the inputs, but it's not responsive, the update. I should maybe use events for this, but... yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, but for now it works. It's working. We can care about it later. So, it's not only one tile, though. We know about our range. So, we need to see the skill shape. Instead of a line, I should call it swipe. Line is forward, swipe is horizontal. Instead of length, I would say sides, because it's more generic. Okay. So first of all, I need to see if a string works. It's called the shape. So range, shape, right? Okay, yeah. Skill used, meta, shape. I will also console log the shape, just to see if it works or it's an error. Yeah, it works. There's full of other stuff we don't need. We should probably remove it. Though it works. I don't need to put it around symbols to say it's a string. Nice. Where is here? We don't need else anymore, right? Okay. Now we know it's a swipe. That means we need to check the type. I really want to call another function. Yeah, we should do the function here. Function color tiles here. We need the X, Y, and nothing else really. For now. Well, the shape again, but it's already here, so. So here we go, and we call targeted tiles, giving the X, Y, and shape. We also need the length, but honestly we don't even need the shape, it's here. Maybe we can add it later, I don't know. It also should be added on the third layer. That means we don't need to repeat all the rest here. Yeah, this one should be repeated only once, actually. Should be optimized later. For now, let's go with this. So by default, I color one single tile. Then, depending on the type, we also color other tiles. Let's see. If shape, also we don't need the parameter again. If shape is a swipe, we also color the tiles above and below based on the distance. I think it's better if I... where is it? Ah, items. If I define the sides, not a total one, but more like how much it extends in every direction, more than the default one. Maybe I should use 2, since one, like this is 1, and 2 is here, but also in the other direction. So this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. Okay, so we need to get the parameter size. Reminder that this gets called every frame, so probably there should be a better way for it. For now, we can do this. Okay, we get the parameter size. So, we need a for loop based on how many tiles we color in each direction. So, for I equals 0, or we should go with 1, yeah. I minus the size, I plus plus. And now we color each direction. So, we get mappa height plus y plus I. Wait, swipe is based on the player direction though. So, for now we should do it only vertical. No, I really need the player direction. How was it? I forgot every time. Here. Game player direction. We should change the player direction if a thing is oriented in a place or another. For now, let's see. So, we can go here, sure. No, we can also use it as a variable. Okay, so we should define it here, maybe. No, it's fine here. Okay. Extra x is... we should even do it here. Extra x is equal to... well, it's based on the direction, actually. So, never mind. Maybe we should define it here. Extra y equal to 0. And later we expand on it. So, for example, if it's a swipe, another condition, if play direction is left or right, so 4 or 6. The thing is, I don't want the player to face Maybe I want to lock the player on some directions. For now, let's do it like this. We can change it later. If it's 4 or 6. If it's 4 or 6, first let me pad this thing. Okay. 4 or 6, the extra will be on a vertical slice. So why? Otherwise, it's an extra X. So now should be. Okay. Now should be then, instead of summing I, should be I multiplied by the extra. Either X or Y. I hope it works, because I'm not even sure. Also, this one shouldn't go beyond the borders. It will, but for now, let's see how it works. Oh, that's everything. I'm doubtful it works, but let's see. Oh! Okay, yeah, it doesn't reset. I figured. So it should go on the layer below. Okay. Still aligned only. Ah, yeah, okay, I forgot the other direction. Right. It's a swipe. So I need to color 2 extra tiles. So I should subtract the extra now. Okay. Let's see now. Oh, something is definitely wrong. I'm playing Tetris! Yeah, something is definitely wrong. Sometimes it... maybe because... Yeah, the problem is it does. It does, unfortunately... Oh, wait, I colored everything, right? Come on. Come on, one extra tile. I can't. Why can I? Why can't I? The problem is... Yeah, because... This gets run before I color every tile. So it needs to be on a different layer. I just need to delete every time. I think events might be better at this point. I will go with this for now. Though I need to format the entire map every time. Or the layer of a map. Let's see. Not the optimal way though. That's some... I don't want it. So. We can open Octostranded now. Coming out this April Fool's. It's ready, but I'm waiting for the perfect day. Because here I reset the map every time I do anything actually. Usually when I rotate. Should be here. Automatic mapping. Here. Map deletion. Okay. Loop ID? What is this? Loop ID. What's loop ID? I can just do this, okay. Loop is probably every value. Okay, let me try something. So. Every time I move the cursor, so not every frame, here then, I should reset the map. I should reset the tiles I colored. So, how was it for loop ID in data map data. I should only do specific loops, right? Let's see. If loop ID is equal to 4, maybe? I don't know. I should delete it. Data map data loop ID uguale equal null. Should be right? We don't need to. Oh, I didn't mean to close everything. It still stays on. Wow, what a surprise. Wrong game. Wrong game. Oh no, now I need to find the game. Here. Okay, here we are again. Can I open it again? Nah. Okay. Not really what I wanted. Definitely not what I wanted. It doesn't delete then. It deletes this though. Weird. Maybe that's not what I thought it was. It deleted the fourth number, right? I think it deleted the fourth number. Okay then. I should just do a loop on my own. That's kind of annoying though, but... Yeah, wait, I get the next coordinates here, so I can delete it. Wait, I have an idea. I had an extra parameter here, which is tile ID. Which is the tile color I will add. By default, it's the target tile ID. But if I want, I can color it with nothing. Let me show you. So, color target tiles. We don't know the X and Y. We can get the previous values though. So, targeted tile X and targeted tile Y. And we define as the tile ID null. That means we are gonna delete all the previous tiles we colored. Doesn't seem to work. Why? Maybe because I don't know honestly. We defined an extra value. Maybe we use the value here. We call the value as normally. Let's see if it works or not. Yeah, definitely not. Weird that it doesn't delete the previous value. Did I forget something? The starting point, maybe? No. Yeah, no. Well, the value match here. So it doesn't matter if I send one or the other. Weird. Targeted tile. Here I update the value. It should delete the value, right? Color targeted tile. I sent the coordinates and I should color it with null. If I used 0 instead, let's see. Doesn't seem to strike as working. Does it even get run? Does it even work? Oh. It should run. Or there should be a refresh for the map, I don't know. I wonder why it doesn't run. Null. It's not really well optimized though, that's the thing. But for now it's kinda working. Color. Ah, maybe it's not defined. It's defined later after all. We should move this later then. Let's see. Maybe that was the problem. Weird that it doesn't cause an error though. Yeah, no thanks. Why? I should just use events at this point. I don't think so, because with tiles I can highlight other tiles that can have some hazards on them. I still need to program the hazards. It's not working. At this point, it's time to do some testing, right? So, I color targeted tiles with this. Here. I need to set that I color with the tile I want. I forgot to apply the parameter to the function. Okay, now it should do. Okay, yeah, it's working. It's kinda delete. No, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. I don't like that it's not intuitive. I really should make an event. Yeah, no, I don't care. Let's do it as an event. Well, you know what? We should leave it like this, and I will fix it on my own event. We showed how it's working, right? And let's see if the other works. The basic attack here. I should avoid targeting myself. So there should be an extra code here that it goes the direction you're facing. Because I don't think you are a valid target. Okay, we are still missing the core point, which is hitting enemy. And the even core point is not even there, the dodging mechanic. So, what do we do? Well, first, we need to check our target. For now, let's make the basic attack work. Tomorrow, because at this point we will be making extra stream tomorrow, we are gonna work on the dodging mechanic, or, yeah. That requires way more effort though. But that's the core of the game, so makes sense, I suppose. Okay. So, after you confirm, after you press the button to confirm, so let's say if the OK button is triggered, or even pressed even once, so pressed here, you interrupt everything. Break loop. And wherever you selected, it's a selected target. So now the targeted tile is the tile we are targeting. Yeah, makes sense. We should also save in a variable every targeted tile. Because I think it makes it easier. And then check for each targeted tile. Yeah, I think it... Or we can do the calculations again. I think it's more practical if we do the calculations once. Tiles all, let's call it like this. For now it's empty. Or we can have the player coordinates, sure. So now every time you calculate the range or the tiles to color, we can just add them here. So, every time we color a tile, we also add it. I forgot how to add to a string, to a array. Push, okay, easy. Okay. Push, push, X and Y. Wait, should be an entry like this, okay. And same here. I should do like this. Okay. Even with, for now, like this. Y plus extra Y and Y minus extra Y. Same for the X. Again, we are saving the target, the colored tile for the attack. So we don't need to check them again. Also should go with a sign, okay. It should be reset though every time, so instead of the first time, instead of pushing, we should reset the value and set it as something like this. Okay. Let's see if it crashes or not. Hopefully not. Something is not wrong. Okay, yeah, because the button OK was pressed. So I really need just to... no, the problem is when I confirm the move, the button OK is pressed, so it considers it as already done. I knew I messed up something. Let's see again, I missed something here. What? Here maybe? No. Then here. Parentheses, parentheses, and parentheses. What did I mess up? Oh, to me it seems fine. I don't know what others see. Parentheses, parentheses, close. Yeah, it's right. I don't know. The RPG Maker is getting crazy. The problem is probably here, right? Well, only one way to know. I think the problem is there. Well, since we are here, let's see. Basic attack, okay, so it's not even with a basic attack. So the problem is elsewhere. Where? Good question. Oh wait, it should be this one, right? I should just make it empty, maybe. Oh, hi Beb there. Oh, nice to see you there. We are programming, well, the very basics for a battle on a grid with extra steps or extra twist, but we won't go on to the twist today because just making the basics work is not a simple task. Now we are trying to save the targeted, the area we are targeting with an attack in an array. Though it changes something and I'm missing a parenthesis somewhere. So this is not a problem. Wait, what's this? Oh no, I left a empty space, a blank space here. Oh, that's bad. Here, I left a blank space for whatever reason. Okay, so we can add it again. This. So it's called targeted tiles all. Let's see. Wonderful. It's always nice to see unique ideas. That's not even the start of my idea, but again, it requires some setup. It focuses on dodging and not in an Undertale style. Here, okay, it works. Now, let's see the variable. targeted tiles all. Targeted tiles all. Here I get an array with 3 coordinates, which are the coordinates I'm actually highlighting. If I press enter, I cannot move it again, right? Yeah. And yeah, I confirm my move. We are still having some problems, but the basics are there. So now, after I confirm my move, first of all, I should delete all the stuff I did here. And also play a sound, because sounds are cool. This one, sure, for now. I should consider replacing the basic sounds. So after it's over, I need to delete everything in layer 2 and 3, right? Only on the arena, maybe. I will see. How do I delete it? Well, for now I just delete everything in the map. Where is it? Here. So for every tile, for now we make a loop. Again, for... Oh, it's long to write. Y equal 1, y minus then. For now, let's do 12. Later, we can do parameters. Sure. For every single y and for every single x. Was it 11x? No, it was 12. Well, a random number. I'm sure it's before 12. Okay, now we made a loop for each x and for each y. And for each of them, we delete the second layer for everything. We keep the third layer for now, but let's see. Target, go. And it deletes, okay. We can keep the extra layer for some time. And now there should be a cool animation or whatever to hit the target. Okay. We need to know what target we hit, right? So, other than that, now we need to check every tile we got. It's not that hard, luckily. So, first we need to understand the events we hit. Let's see. There's probably a script call for it in the page 3, maybe? Here, location info. Game map event ID XY. Okay, so with this, if I input X and Y, the game will return me the event ID it's on that tile. So I just need to feed the values inside targeted tiles all. I will copy the name because I don't remember it. Okay. So now for each value inside our range, so I will just do a for loop. Yeah. For I equals 0, I less than targeted tiles all dot length, I plus plus. It starts from 0, okay. So now for each of them, we get the coordinates inside. We can just, I think it's easier if I do, nah. We get the first value, the X, and the second value, the Y. And if it's not 0, which means we hit something, which we check. Oh, hi Fado, how it's going? We are programming a fighter on a grid, on a map. I would say like Live Alive, but the focus of the gameplay is on the dodging the attacks and on the map hazards. Well, kinda like Live Alive now that I think about it, but slightly again focused on the dodging. Now we are programming how to determine which target we hit. So we can make a variable targets we hit. For now it's empty. But if we hit a target, if the target is not 0, that means we hit something. So we can add the target in the targets we hit. Okay, now we will have at the end an entire array with all the targets we hit. And we can do a simple thing like this. If targets we hit is not 0, that means we got something. If not, miss. Let's see if it's this simple. Okay, we have 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. Skill. The direction is still to be worked on, and here. What do you mean, miss? I clearly hit both of us. Okay, let's see what's the problem. So, how is the value? Targets we hit. Empty. Yeah, I don't agree. So, maybe this one doesn't get run at all. You got Fire Emblem. There shouldn't be a miss percentage here. That would be kind of annoying to implement for the player, at least. Okay, what's wrong here? Something didn't work out. So for each y minus then targeted ties all, which is a value we know it's already 3. Targeted ties all. Yeah, it has 3 values. So this thing is at least long 3. Maybe I wrote length wrong. You never know. Yes, array length. Maybe I need to call parentheses. No, it's right. Length. I also made sure to place the h at the end because I always write it wrong. Start with 0. Maybe this one doesn't work. Event ID xy, but why? Again, I get the coordinates x and the coordinate y. Let's see. Alert, target. Okay, here. So we see which targets we hit now. 1, 2, 3. 0, okay, event 0, and event 0. Okay, we kinda know where the problem is now. Almost. This thing doesn't return the right value. Why? Oh, I get it. The array is a multi-dimensional array, the things we all love and adore. So that means using only a number is not necessary. I messed it up. So, current chords, we extract the first part of the array. Okay, so we split the array in multiple parts based on well, the loop we are on. So now it's right. Current chords 0 and current chords 1. Now should be right. Let's see. Also we can get the player ID. 0, 1, 0. Yes! We got a hit! I'm so happy with this. So the player doesn't count as an event. That's why there was no extra number, but it's fine. We don't want the player to get hit by its own moves. Or maybe I want, but it's a thing for later maybe. Where I want to, well, the player can get hit but can also dodge its own move. So, I am pondering if I want to add a tag to the enemy, but I think it's fine. It's working now. We hit the target, we run whatever we need to run when we hit the target, and that's it. We may also want to delete all the rest after we hit. So we delete everything on the third layer, or fourth layer. Hit! And it deletes. Awesome. So we don't need the alert all the time. Okay. Okay, we did the first part of the gameplay, having a target. Later I should really optimize this because I need to do something like this even for the opponent. But for now, as long as it works. I cannot move anymore. Yeah, I didn't complete the gameplay loop. Also, there's the problem of lag in the selection. I should just use events for this, because it's very annoying to select here. Pretty bad. So, before ending, at least we complete the loop. No, we don't need to complete the loop. So, last thing before... Well, I don't think I will work on the enemy attacks for now, because it would require even more time, I bet. So we will continue tomorrow. Before ending though, we need to fix one extra thing. That you are forced to move 3 exact tiles. Exactly 3. You cannot move 2 tiles here and stop. You need to move 3. So I should fix that. So in the turn movement, if you press at any time a button, I would say confirm or undo. So here button OK is being pressed or triggered, I would say. Then I would just say that you don't have any step left. Okay. Same with the button cancel, like on Twitter. So 1, enter, and I have the move. Awesome. Just to be precise, well, precise. Even for testing, maybe the player is waiting too much here. 20 frames here. Here in the face. Oh, the undo doesn't work. Basic attack. Well, in the face! Yeah! It's working. Okay, why does the undo not work? Cancel. Oh. I don't get it. Why not cancel? Maybe I should remove the frame. Maybe I hit the button. Yeah, it's a 50-50 if I use the control, the command of is being triggered. Because it works only if I press the button on that exact frame. Oh! Give me a second. Okay, I can do whatever I want. There's a problem though, you can undo the selection of your move. If you do, everything is bugging out, so... I really should find a way to force the player to make a choice. For now though, if it's 23, if you don't choose anything, try again, or select move. You jump to allow. It plays again. Later, if I don't want to fix it, I can just place an Easter egg. I don't know. No. Okay, it spams indefinitely. Not the cleanest solution, but one that works for now. I'm so bad. I wonder if I should use mouse controls. Sounds like a hassle. No, not now. Which music is this? Final Fantasy, right? It's kinda low. Okay. Okay, we did most of the things on the single target. We have still a lot of things to do. First, the enemy attacks. Second, the core of the game, which is dodging the attacks, or more like moving around as a mini game while it happens. There is still a lot of stuff to do, but if we do one stream at a time, we can reach the end. Also, I really want to add a very cool effect in the battle scene. We could do it now. It requires a very game-changing plugin, but it's such a cool effect that I really need it. So it's the same I used for Something Is Wrong With My World Map, but in a different way I will use it. It's Ultra Mode. None the other than Ultra Mode. Let me open. Okay. So, first of all, I should take the plugin. I hope that the folder is open. Plugins, Ultra Mode, and we have it. Let's copy it to the other one. Codename Dodge at now. And we have it, Ultra Mode. This changes the game in very heavy ways, but I think it's worth it. Then we get the setting for the map. Let's see. We could use those. And we do stuff. We change the field of view, the pitch, the yaw. Let's see if those values work. Or we can define them later. Let's see. For now, let's see like this. You will be surprised. Yeah, big surprise, I know. Ultra Mode 7 here. Maybe I need to define some parameters, but for now. Too much. Yeah, I need to stop this. But yeah, that's kind of what I want to do. Octopath Traveler-like arena that slowly moves on one direction or the other. Just this is... Oh no. Yeah, the problem with this is... You cannot really update the tiles, huh? I knew there was a problem with it. So I should just use events then. Events? No, wait, there's a problem with events. Because events, they don't get flattened up. So never mind. Then... With the... Yeah, maybe I should... No. Too bad, I think it's not possible. Maybe I should leave this thing. Too bad, I really wanted it, but... I might look out of stream, because I would really want something like this, but which also moves. Slightly moves left and right, just like Octopath Traveler Battle. Wouldn't that be very cool, honestly? Just like this doesn't feel like an RPG Maker game. More than this. Come on. I will screenshot this. I mean, come on. The difference from this and the default one. Oh well. The difference is abysmal, guys. The difference is abysmal here. Look at those. Look at those. The difference is a different word. Come on. Tell me which of those you would play. Unfortunately, you can't change the tiles while it's on. So I should find a different way. I have some ideas though. That would not be easy though. I will look into it, definitely. But the difference is, well, yeah. I really need it now. I really need it. I want to stand out on that side at least. Okay. I think that's everything for this time. I will try to see if I can implement the stuff without messing anything. And yeah, tomorrow we will continue at the same hour maybe. And we will work on the enemy attack. And then if we have time, we set up all the... we set up the core of the game, the dodging. Tomorrow maybe we will stream for a little longer, I don't know. For today though, maybe it's enough. So. This is still nothing compared to what I'm planning to do. I hope the next streams will work wonderfully for me. At least that's the hope. Okay then. That's everything for today. Let's see, we can raid Miss Blob. Here, okay. Also again, I spammed our Discord and that's everything, as I said. Oh yeah, I'm hyped. I can't wait for tomorrow. So, thanks another time for coming by. And we'll see ya whenever it happens.